Hi there, welcome to Mentor Monday and a special warm welcome to all of you brand new to our community. We are excited to welcome you in with open arms. We hope you feel loved and supported here and that you get all the education that you need. So this call today is really intended to be able to walk you through the beginning steps, most importantly, how to use the products that you already bought that came in your pretty purple box. We want to also make sure that you get connected with our community, that you feel supported there, and that you can stay around and learn from all of us. We also want to ensure that you know how to maximize your membership that you have for 12 months with doTERRA. And lastly, we want to help you come up with a plan so that you can live your very best life. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is make sure we briefly go over those top 10 most commonly used essential oils that you brought home and that hopefully you've already opened up. And if you haven't, if you'll take a moment and just grab those, maybe get out a pen, start to take some notes. We're just going to go over what each of these essential oils does. Now, they have many purposes that they serve, but some of the favorite ways that I use them are the ones on the left here are specifically single oils. Okay, so the single oils can be used for a myriad of things, but the ones over to the right, the 4 blends of essential oils, are specifically tailored to support certain parts or areas of the body. Now, that being said, lavender over on the left-hand side there is just so calming. We love it in the diffuser at night. It helps to promote a restful night's sleep. It's also very calming and soothing on the skin. And if you have a burn or a bug bite or any kind of itchiness, it does reduce that redness and soothe it and calm it in such an easy and effective way. Lemon essential oil is also a wonderful and powerful, but also gentle essential oil that goes right into your liver, into your stomach, and gently cleans and detoxifies in a way that is really powerful, but also so gentle. So lemon essential oil is one that I use daily to help detoxify and cleanse my intestinal tract and start the day nice and fresh. Lemon is so refreshing. The smell is very uplifting. We love it in the diffuser. I use it on my countertops to clean, but I especially love the flavor of it. And if you'll remember from the class, there are 75 lemon rinds that are cold pressed down just to make this one bottle. So if you're to put 1 drop of essential oil lemon into your water, it has that wonderful refreshing flavor, but also is so cleansing to start out your day. Another single oil from doTERRA is the tea tree oil. The official name of the plant is Melaleuca. Melaleuca is great for all things yucky. We use it for ear discomfort, on a cotton ball, down the side of the ear and the back side of the neck. And then you can also put that cotton ball inside the ear with a little bit of the coconut oil on it to allow it to diffuse in the ear and provide that comfort and relief that you need. Melaleuca is also great on skin irritations, things like dryness, itchiness, dandruff, and it's so wonderful to repel lice, especially this time of year with the kids in school. Oregano is a very powerful single oil from doTERRA. This one's our big guns. This is the one we use when someone's actually sick at the house, right? Someone is really showing symptoms of discomfort and not feeling so great. So we pull out the big guns, and it definitely smells like pizza, but it packs a big punch. We like to apply a couple drops to the bottoms of our feet, once again with the fractionated coconut oil, and just to ensure that there's no sensitization that happens, because oregano is caustic to the skin and very powerful. You can also put socks on right over the top of that. Do it a few times a day until you feel better. It's a fantastic essential oil. Carries all sorts of microbial effects, which I really appreciate as a mom with 2 special needs boys that have low immune systems. This right here is frankincense. Frankincense is the last of the single oils, and it is amazing when it comes to balancing my cerebral health and wellness. It's great at helping me focus. It helps with head tension, severe head tension. You can apply it simply to the soft part of your thumb, and then press that to the roof of your mouth for 60 seconds and take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out, and allow that essential oil to get to every cell in your body so quickly. Frankincense is wonderful for my anxious feelings and feelings of loss of control and things like that. It works wonderful for the skin as well. Wrinkles and skin spots, and you can apply it with your moisturizer right on your skin. The 4 blends of essential oils are also wonderful. Let's briefly go through those. I'm sure you remember Breathe when it was passed around the room because it just helps everyone breathe so easily. It opens your airways and is very, very comforting to the respiratory system. It's a blend of cardamom, eucalyptus, and peppermint, and those smells are just like you got off a ski lift in the mountains and you're taking in that nice fresh breath of mountain air. And it just opens everything up. This is one that my husband has on his bedside every night to help him breathe easy through the night. My favorite blend, and the first blend that I tried before I dove headfirst into doTERRA, the first one I ever sampled, is called DigestZen. And DigestZen is an incredible blend of essential oils specifically tailored to the GI tract. So things like gas and bloating and tummy discomfort, whether it's loose or you're backed up, or you have any kind of buildup within your esophagus, or even feelings of nausea or motion sickness. It's really, really great. Just simply smelling it from the bottle can relieve those feelings as well. Or you can apply a couple of drops to your abdomen or to the bottoms of your feet. So wonderful. The third blend in the top 10 is called Deep Blue. And this one also comes in the lotion, in the rub. And these really pack a powerful punch when we're talking about aches and discomfort in whether you pulled a muscle or you, it's that time of the month and you have cramping on your lower back or something like that. Any kind of discomfort on the body, this is my go-to for sure. It works really wonderfully. I love to soak my feet in the tub at the end of a long day, and Deep Blue helps with that achiness in my feet and my ankles. The last blend of the top 10 is actually called On Guard. And this is one that is most commonly used in our family. Once again, my boys, I'm sure you're aware, have some developmental delays and some immuno issues that they've struggled with. And so this On Guard protective blend has been really, really powerful at being able to protect their little bodies from all the airborne pathogens and things that are circling around their preschool. But it's a blend actually of cloves, cinnamon, wild orange, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And all of these essential oils blended together are not just by happenstance. They're put in at a very scientific ratio to make sure that they protect the cells and boost your body with a whole bunch of antioxidants in order to defend yourself from seasonal threats and all the things going around. So that's the top 10 essential oils that you learned about at the class, and hopefully can give you a better understanding of how to use them in your own home. Now, if you remember, there are 3 ways specifically that we use essential oils that I want to make sure we cover. And the first one, you most likely got a diffuser in your kit. And that diffuser is so powerful because it's such an easy, passive way to take in the aroma of the essential oils without it having to be overcomplicated. Right? It's a simple thing. You can fill it with tap water, put a few drops of essential oil in there, and have that diffuser purify the home and give it a beautiful aroma, as well as help the mind or head tension or whatever association to that essential oil and response that you have specifically to that blend or that oil that you have put in the diffuser. We love aromatherapy and we use it every day in our home. It's such an easy way to benefit from using the oils, and it's super simple. We also apply the oils topically, and I talked about the coconut oil. This one is fractionated coconut oil. It just means it's a fraction of the fatty acids in cold pressed coconut oil, and it really serves 2 purposes. If you remember, it helps to dilute the oils on the skin to ensure that there's no sensitization that happens. But the second thing is that it really helps the oils to last longer because it prevents that evaporation, and it helps to trap them there, covers more of a surface area, and makes the essential oils much more effective by using it coupled with the fractionated coconut oil. So if you haven't invested in this, this is only $12, and it truly is something that lasts a while and couples so well with the essential oils. There are different ways that you can create your own essential oils to apply them topically to the skin. Things like roller balls like this. doTERRA has them pre-made, but you can also purchase them empty on Amazon and put in the essential oil as well as the coconut oil and create your own blends that you can use on the go, which is really nice. And the last way that we use essential oils, as you remember, is exclusive to doTERRA, and that is to be able to ingest them. And that would be for something like we talked about before with the lemon, for digestive support, or for other internal uses that you would like the essential oils for to target something internally. This is awesome that doTERRA has already pre-made these soft gels. There are a number of different soft gels that you can get to keep in your medicine cabinet. These ones are always there. This is the On Guard Plus soft gels, which is a blend of On Guard plus some other immuno-boosting essential oils to help when seasonal threats are very high. And this is one we always make sure we have on hand. But there are several others in natural sleep aid. There are some for seasonal threats in the springtime. There are essential oil soft gels already pre-made for digestive support and things like that. So those are really convenient and nice to have on hand. And then once again, when you do consume them in your water, just make sure that you use glass or steel containers so that you don't have any of that plastic leak into your water. And of course, you all know that you can get connected through the Facebook page if you haven't done so already. Make sure that you go back to that original email I sent you and add yourself to our Facebook group. It's such a wonderful community of really bright, intelligent people, women, men, families that are sharing and educating on essential oils to empower everybody to know exactly how to use them. And I love it too that we, as like-minded people, can find a space together where we can give each other tips and different things that have worked for us that perhaps someone is looking for those solutions. So definitely come and share and educate and ask questions as well. Now, we are going to get into something called the Loyalty Rewards Program. You heard a little bit about this at the class, but what I want you to understand about the Loyalty Rewards Program is it's kind of like frequent flyer miles, okay? You already started out with points because you had your products shipped to you. And when you have your products shipped to you, doTERRA gives you 100% of your shipping back from your original order. So if you used standard shipping, you already have 7 points in your cart. Those rewards points stay there for 12 months, so they don't expire until after a year. With the Loyalty Rewards points, they work similar to frequent flyer miles that you can turn in and get free product. Now, the way that you earn them is by placing an order of 50 PV or more in one particular month. So for example, if you placed an order this month of 50 PV or more, next month you would get 10% of that order would show up in your cart as rewards points that you could use on any further order, which is really nice. And if you do that 3 months out of the year, then your percentage earning actually goes up to 15%. You can always have orders that are less than 50 PV. And if you do that, then you maintain your percentage earning, you just don't necessarily accrue points for that purchase other than your shipping. You always get 100% of your shipping back when you place a Loyalty Rewards order. There is another way to order. It's called a one-time standard order. I wouldn't suggest using it though, just because people that order one-time standard is someone, maybe they want to purchase something that has no PV points at all. PV is point value. So let's say they wanted to purchase just a essential oil holder bag. Then you can place that in a one-time standard order, but you're only going to get half of your shipping back and no rewards points. So if you're like me and you like free points, then you probably should just purchase from the Loyalty Rewards if you're planning to, especially to get on the supplements, which we're going to talk about now. The essential oils are great, and doTERRA has provided the purest on the market and something that I really pride myself in being a part of. But what's so fascinating is that doTERRA's #1 selling product is actually their supplements. And I love that when you're thinking about making a shift in your health and you're thinking about making better choices for your overall health and wellness, that you've really got to start with the foundations, which is our nutrition. Because as a nutritionist, I always tell my clients that it's so important to think about what's going on the outside is just a story being written on the inside. And that story looks different for everybody, right? We're going to talk about microbiome and about our nutrition. But the first portion of our nutrition in my family comes specifically from these supplements. And this is called the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's a trio pack. And each and every component of the Lifelong Vitality Pack plays an integral role in how my husband and I function and how we feel as a family and as individuals. The first component is the Microplex MVP. And VMZ, excuse me, they changed the name. The VMZ is so great at being able to cover the baseline. So when you are consuming foods, especially if you're consuming foods outside of the season that they grow in, then you're not getting the full nutrient content within the soil. Most of the foods that we eat that are picked prematurely, what happens is they mature on the truck or they mature in the stores or even at home, right? You buy green bananas and they mature in your kitchen. Well, that's great, and they finally taste good after a few days, but if you're to actually get them when they're in season or when they're picked at their prime, not only do they taste better, but they also have all the nutrients in them. Sadly, that's not the kind of world we live in. Most of us can't buy from a farmer's market every day, and we buy from our local grocery store. That being said, we're already starting our day out in a deficient state, right? Because we're lacking the nutrients that we need on a daily basis. So what doTERRA has done is so smart. Okay, this is genius. Instead of taking the trace minerals and supplements like A, B, C, D, B12, CoQ10, magnesium, fiber, potassium, all the good things, and creating them synthetically in a lab to mimic that vitamin, they've actually taken them from their food source and their source that they're found naturally in their environment and put them in these supplements. And what makes that even more amazing is that your body recognizes it as natural, and so it welcomes it very easily and puts it to work. Versus if you were to take a supplement from a big box store, then you're having way too much of that supplement at one time, and you're going to end up just going potty in the toilet and there it goes, right? We call that expensive pee. We don't want that for you, and your body doesn't want that. It's actually very counterproductive on your system. So by taking these supplements from doTERRA, I have found that I reach less for food cravings, and I am much more balanced in my diet, and I feel so much healthier. The second component of the Lifelong Vitality Pack is actually called the Exi Omega, and this is also offered in a vegan form for those of you who don't consume fish. A DHA fatty acid, omega-3, is so important when it comes to your brain health, your lungs, your liver, your stomach, all the big organs in your body. These systems function off of omega-3 fatty acids. It's a part of who we are, right? And if we're not consuming it, it's not produced naturally in our system. It's not made by the body. So it has to come from some outside source. And the reason why I really like the doTERRA one is because it's actually a mixture of land fatty acids and marine fatty acids, which is nice. And it's also blended with essential oils. So I have found that I have better memory recollection and focus. I also feel like my emotional health and wellness is so much better as well. The last portion of the Lifelong Vitality Pack is actually called the Alpha Cirrus Plus. This is the Vitality Complex, and let me tell you how awesome this thing is. This right here, just on its own, if I was on a deserted island, I would want this every day because it gives me the energy that I need. It works on a mitochondrial level with your cells and really gives you this wonderful stamina without feeling like you have to have a racing heart or a caffeine high, right? There are no stimulants. It's simply meant to work with the body through antioxidants to help boost your energy and your immune system. And I find this very, very helpful. The last two essential products that I use every day in the supplements is actually their digestive Terrazyme and their probiotic. I'm going to briefly go over this one because I feel like I've been talking for a while, but the digestive Terrazyme is so great because the body, as I mentioned before, when we eat foods out of season, the foods we're consuming lack enzyme content and quality. And in order for the foods that we're consuming every day to digest well and to absorb so that we're using them as energy, it has to have a level of enzymes. That's what breaks down the food, right? Enzymes do two jobs. They physically break down the food you're eating, and then they help you to absorb the nutrients from that food. So if you're overcooking your produce, or if you're not eating a ton of vegetables, then you're having food that's processed and high in saturated fats just sitting in your digestive tract, and you will feel yourself getting more and more bloated with each meal. By taking a digestive Terrazyme, you're reducing that inflammation because now it's assisting the body to actually digest the food. It's an incredible supplement that I take one before every single meal that I eat. The last thing that I take from doTERRA in regards to the supplements in my nutrition is this probiotic, and I take one before bed every day. Everybody kind of has a different way of doing it, but I'm sure you know that your digestive tract is made up of trillions of little tiny microorganisms, and those microorganisms help to balance out your immune system and your mental health. And they play a huge role in your overall state and how you feel, right? Many people say, I'm a person that suffers from fill in the blank. If you can say that about yourself, then you need to be on a probiotic, especially if you've ever been on an antibiotic. You have to be able to rebuild that microbiome. doTERRA's PB Assist and probiotic is so different than any other probiotic you would ever find on the market or at the grocery store or even online, because it's protected by a prebiotic formula. Probiotics themselves, the living microorganisms, are very vulnerable to light and temperature. And if you're to consume a probiotic on its own, it's going to be dead by the time it gets down to the hindgut, where you actually need it to repopulate and keep you healthy. So by taking the PB Assist, what's awesome is that that prebiotic protective barrier protects it in the stomach acid so it gets down to where it needs to go. And then the best part of all, it's so fascinating, is that the prebiotics become the fibers that the probiotics feed off of. So it becomes the food, and the probiotics can go from 6 billion to then repopulate the gut with even more, because now it has food to feed off of. So love that probiotic. Now, the reason I'm telling you all of this is because I think it's really important to think about where you are and give yourself sort of a self-assessment and decide, what steps you need to take to feel your very best. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like to log in with doTERRA so that you learn how to maximize your membership, because there are definitely tips and tricks of the trade. So hold on just one second as I share this screen here. Okay, so you have to enter in a member ID number as well as a password. That's the way that you're going to get into your doTERRA.com account. Okay, so you go to doTERRA.com. If you don't know your member ID and password, you can go to the first email that doTERRA sent you, and it will be located there. If you still can't find it, then you're welcome to reach out to me and I will help you to locate that information. Okay, so, whoops, what just happened? Sorry about that. Okay, so here we are at doTERRA.com, and once you've logged in, you'll notice that it says create a new loyalty order or create a one-time order. And I talked to you before about the difference between what a loyalty order is and what a one-time order is. We're going to click on loyalty rewards order so that you can see how easy it is to set it up and maximize your membership. So you need to pick a day that is comfortable for you. Which day would you like your box to be shipped to you in the month of March, right? Thinking about when you get paid in the month or where you are financially, pick the very best day that suits you and your family. My family and I like to choose a day that's before the 15th, because if you'll notice in purple, that means that with my qualifying order, I will actually get a free product of the month. And every single month, doTERRA chooses a free product to send to everyone with a 125 PB order or greater. And that's very beneficial in building up your supply if you're going to get a free essential oil every month just for ordering your supplements or whatnot. So you can save your date and shop. Once you've saved the date, you're now going to be brought to this page that brings you to all the different products and topics of areas that you can look at for things you might be looking for. But what I want to show you as far as being able to maximize is go over to these supplements here and click on the Daily Vitality. Now, you'll notice that the Alpha Serum S Plus is $69.50. That's the one I talked to you about that if I lived on the deserted island, I would have to have. $69.50 all on its own. But if you look over here, the Lifelong Vitality Pack with the other two supplements is only $10 more. So if you bundle them, you get it for $79.50. And here's what's even cooler, is you click add, and then you have this screen pop up that allows you to add on other supplements at a discounted price as well. For example, this Deep Blue Polyphenol is an all-natural anti-inflammatory that works really, really effectively during that time of the month, or if you have muscles, aches, and discomfort. You would take this wholesale for $59.50 with your discount, but if you've purchased the Lifelong Vitality Pack, you can add on the Deep Blue Polyphenols for just $20 more. The same thing with the probiotic. It's normally $34.50, but when you purchase the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the probiotic goes down to just $20. So I'm going to add these in to show you what it would look like in your cart. The next thing here is I have children and they take the US Kids Kit. It's normally $39.50 for the children's chewable and the IQ Mega Wild Orange Fish Oil, and it goes down to $25. So I'm going to add one of those and then click continue. Now what's wonderful is you can go over to the cart here and click on it and click review loyalty order. When you look at the cart, what you're going to notice is that there is a date here, right? We chose March 12th. But guess what? You can actually change the date of your shipment at any time. And you can also edit what's in your cart up until midnight the night before it ships. So if you know you need coconut oil and you forgot to put it in and it's 11:58, you get on very quickly and go to your cart and click edit and then just type into the search bar fractionated, and look, it pops up right away and you can add your fractionated coconut oil to your order. You'll also notice that it says promo under Deep Blue, PB Assist, and US Kids Kit. What that means is that you're getting them at a discounted price because you've bundled with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I want to also show you where the remaining rewards points will be when you make your orders. The remaining rewards points are typically at the top here, and there are 16 in this cart that you could use on a product. For example, fractionated coconut oil is only $12.12 PV. So you see the use point option gives you a drop down. I can click one and see how easy it is to use that points as a promo. Now it shows my fractionated coconut oil in my cart absolutely free. And you'll also notice on this account that it's time for their annual membership renewal. It will never just charge your credit card without giving you an option to renew after your 12 months is up. When you pay your $25 renewal, doTERRA in exchange gives you a free 15 milliliter size bottle of peppermint. So you end up paying $4.50 just to renew your membership after the 12 months. It's a fabulous deal. So now you've got your cart here created, but I realized I forgot something and I want to go continue shop. So you click continue shopping. You can come back over here to the essential oils. And for example, this On Guard products are some of my absolute favorite. So I want to try out the toothpaste this month. So I'm going to click on add here. And I know I want to get the beadlets. Oh, there they are. So you click on beadlets. And you can go back to your cart and edit. And just make sure that you have your address and your credit card information entered at the bottom before you click save. Now the reason why it's not going to let me save this LRP, this loyalty rewards order, and that I would have to process it today is because I used points. But if I didn't use points and I take that away, I can go here, either proceed to checkout and buy today, or I can save my order and have it processed on March 12th. And just remember that you have until midnight the night before it ships to edit your cart, which is really helpful. I am so glad that you could go through this with me today, and I hope that it was beneficial to you. I hope that you were able to learn something from it. But I just want to make sure that you understand that you can definitely find me on the Facebook page or even send me an email if you have any questions, and I'm happy to help you through the process. Last but not least, I wanted to make sure that everybody got this awesome book in the mail. It goes through each of the essential oils. So if you're hesitant to reach out to me and you want to look on your own and find some solutions to the things that you are facing, or maybe even just learn more about some of the things that are out there, you can definitely look in this resource book and it will share that information with you. So thanks so much for your time today, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.